Hello, whoever is watching this video. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. I was playing Guilty Gear Strive with my good buddy, Gamer, and he was complaining that I was spamming, allegedly, moves with certain characters that you will see in this video, and that he couldn't do anything off of blocking the moves. So, that sounds like to me that someone doesn't know how to punish off block. So that's what this video will be going over. How to punish off of block with these specific moves. This could apply to other moves too in Guilty Gear Strive. Was I spamming? That's not the point. Let's get into it. There will be 4 characters I will show throughout the video. We're gonna start with Asuka Kurtz and Happy Chaos. Asuka Kurtz, I will be playing as. I can explain it to you because I don't really need to get a recording for all of that. I don't get to get a recording, get the bot to do it again. I can just show you. Basically, bottom left of the screen, above my tension gauge, you can see the moon that says 26. Don't worry about that. That's a whole different thing. We don't have to worry about that. Focus on the purple bar and the boxes next to them, next to that bar. That's my mana and my spells respectively. Now, it's like an RPG, you know, like, you know, Dragon's Crest, stuff like that. You have mana. You use a spell, it uses mana. Each spell uses a different amount of mana. I'll just show you. Look, boom. See, it's that simple. It's that easy. Now, if I have nothing in my spells, I just kind of make a cool pose. In order to get into the spell, I need to use my bookmark, which leaves me vulnerable. And then, you know, basically go through the whole process again and again. And I'll just show you. Now I'm out of mana. Don't worry about the staff. That's like a status effect for my spells. That's not the point. Basically, now I can't do anything. Now I have to charge my mana all over again. I can use a different version which eats up my health. You couldn't see how much it did because the characters heal automatically after taking damage, but it takes a good bit of your health. So, here's when to punish. Basically, if I'm out of spells, right, and I'm like right here, perfect opportunity for you to run up while I'm trying to bookmark another spell, basically forcing me to either like risk bookmarking and trying to throw out a move before you can run up to me. I did the wrong move. I would have gotten punished it, or forcing me to block. Maybe use my burst. I'll go over burst a little bit later on Elfelt, which is the last character. I guess that isn't a little bit later, but whatever. Basically forcing me to play defensive. If I'm over here and you catch me with nothing bookmarked, and even like moments in this where it's like in the middle of hit stun from a move, I have plenty of time to bookmark back, so you don't really get a chance there. But let's say I'm out of mana, right? Let's say I've used all my moves. I'm not keeping good track of my mana, and I can't use any of my moves. I'm out of mana. This is the perfect moment. I should be sweating right now. I'm playing Asuka and I can't do anything. I have to sit here and I have to charge back up, or I have to spend health and charge faster. And both of those are slow. Basically, you have the perfect opportunity as Happy Chaos. Let's say you're playing Happy Chaos. You run in, you hit me. Either I don't do anything and I panic and you just get a hit off me, or you're forcing me to play defensive, you know. I don't really like playing defensive. Force me to use burst, you know, same thing as when if I'm mid-screen and I'm out of spells. And that's basically it. That's how it works. If I completely, I didn't show you completely running out of mana because that requires them to hit me. If I'm completely out of mana, then that's like code red for me as Asuka. If I'm like, if I only have like a little bit of mana left, you can't completely run out of mana as Asuka with your spells alone. You have to get hit too. Then the shield around my health bar, you know, I hope you noticed that big blue box around my health bar. That'll go away, and I take more damage with each hit I take. And I can't use a spell until that charges all the way back up. So that's like code red. That's like red alert. I either have to burst, get him off of me, play super defensively, or you know, sometimes if you're in enough of a lead, you allow them to combo and get a stage break, just so that you return to mid range, and you at least have a little bit more time to try and recover, try and get back to where you were, try to get the ball rolling again as Asuka. So that's it for Asuka. Sounds complicated. Once you get into it, it's really easy. It's really simple. Let's get into Happy Chaos. So, I'm not gonna go over block strings because I don't feel like recording all that. Honestly, I'm gonna go over the moves I was spamming. So, here's the move I was allegedly spamming. So, you can clearly see how there's moments in that punch where he has to basically stop and pull the punch back. This is perfect to show you how frame data works. I have a really nice thing pulled up. Oh shit. I have a really nice thing pulled up to show you frame data and stuff like that. So, you can see this may look complicated. You're kind of like, whoa, don't get overwhelmed. Basically, you only want to focus on these three right here: active, recovery, and on block. I'll walk you through it. Active, that's when this red thing appears. That's when it hurts. That's when like it hurts me. Recovery, that's if you completely, that's how many frames it takes for the punch to return back to neutral. On block, I'll just show you. Basically, when he hits me, I'm gonna be spamming X after he hits me. You can see I'm spamming X the whole time, and yet only like a couple of this come out. Basically, there's this thing that happens. If I get hit, I go into block stun, which is I can't really do anything, and is gonna wait for that to go away. How frame data works? Basically, this is for on block, 14 frames, negative 14 frames. Really simple. There are 14 frames after my block stun ends where he's still recovering, so I get to hit him. That's it. That's all it is. This is called being minus. If you're plus, that means you have positive frames on block, which means that after you hit the person that's blocking, the person's still in block stun, while you can still do another attack, which basically means they can't do anything. They cannot hit any buttons. It's still your turn to play the video game. You can still go on and on and on until eventually you have to end the block string, as it's called. So, I kind of already showed you how to punish it. Basically, you see him winding back, you punch him. That's it. You know, hit X. Well, I'm on Xbox controller, so hit X, hit A, hit any button you please, as long as it's fast enough. You may even get a counter. I mean, if you get lucky, if you have the exact right button you need. So yeah, that's it for Happy Chaos. We're gonna get a little bit more difficult. We're gonna go over to Testament. This character, little bit easier in some aspects, little bit harder in other aspects. So, I'll show you the move I was allegedly spamming. I have to change the recording settings. This was the move. So, if you have eyes, you can see that he's pulling me in on every hit. And you may be saying, oh, what, that's easy. You just hit the same thing, do the same thing you're doing in Happy Chaos. I can't do that. But he has less recovery frames off of that move than Happy Chaos has for his move. So if we go back to the wiki, look at Testament frame data. This is the move I was using. You can see active 9 active frames, 12 recovery frames, -2 frames on block. So that I have less frames, I have less time to try and block the move. Try and do something off of the move. This can also go into frame trapping, but that's a bit too complex. We're not gonna get into that. Actually, we will get into that for Elfelt. One more thing I shall add. I shall now show in game. Stain. Let me show you the overview of the character. Basically, when you are stained, as you can see here, for Kai, when you get hit again, and you get like, if you got hit and it hit you and you didn't block, you get launched into the air. But if you get hit and you're stained and you block it, the hit still goes through, and your character kind of like, the guard kind of breaks. That's kind of a bad way of putting it. Basically, your character kind of like stumbles back, like a whoa, and basically you get your hit stun is longer, or your block stun is longer, which means that Testament has more time to try and do something else off of it. Basically, if your character's purple and you get hit and you see red and your character kind of looks surprised, just keep blocking. That's basically it. That's all it is. That's how Testament basically works. You put people into Stain, and yeah, by allowing them to run safe presses and mix-ups. Basically, simple version of that. He uses Stain so we can hit people more. That's all it is. Next, we're gonna go into our last character, Elfelt Valentine. Now, this one's gonna get a little bit more complex, but it's still pretty easy. It's just gonna get a tad bit more complex. So, Elfelt's a special case. Her shtick is, it's called chainsaw. It's called chain lollipop, I believe it's called. I should be able to see it. Yeah, chain lollipop. Basically, you see here, it starts with here I go. You can go up high, down low, nailed it. And like you chain these into each other. So like after you do here you go, you can go into up high, as you can see in the little preview. You can go into down low, and you get three attacks, including here I go. So you get 1, 2, and then 3. If you hit nailed it, it automatically ends the here I go. If you do here I go again, which is what I will be showing you, you reset the chain. Now, basically, I was playing Elfelt, and I thought it'd be funny if I just kind of did this and just spammed chain lollipop. So, an untrained eye, including admittedly mine, was like, what do you do against this? Well, this is what we call a frame trap. Basically, you're getting your opponent to try and pick an option that will get them hit. So like, I'm in this, and I'm kind of, oh, let me try to hit a button. You see how I got counted there, and you got a hit off of it? Oh, but then I picked it at the right time, and then I got to punish. Basically, that's a frame trap. It's trying to get your opponent into hitting a button either at the wrong time or trying to hit a button that isn't the correct option. For example, we're in a block string. I hit an opponent with a move, and they try to hit me with the move back, but that move is too slow, and I get a counter off of them. That's simplified. That's what a frame trap is. It's getting them to try and use an option that isn't correct and allows you to open up their guard and hit them. Now, if we head back to the good old Guilty Gear wiki, we can see, here I go, on block, -2. Now, you might be wondering, when's the -2? Because it looks pretty fast. And I'll slow it down. I won't actually slow it down, because, like, no, I don't feel like editing this. But, see, in between the second hit and when he loops again, that's when you want to hit. There you go, like that. If you try and do it on the first one, when they're going in the second one, that's the frame trap. Yeah, but I did it on the loop when it was going back to the first, and that's how you counter. Now, this is where I'll show you burst. If you're in like the heat of the moment, I totally understand. You're in the heat of the moment. You can't quite keep track of this. Burst. You see how I blasted it all the way back to the other side of the map and basically said, I don't want to play defense, get away from me. That's a really good option against anything. Like maybe you're really low on health. Maybe they're gonna chip you out or something. Maybe they're gonna try and use like chip and try and chip you out and do chip damage. That's just a really good option for a lot of things. It also works on hit. So like maybe like I'm really low on health and she hits me and she like gets me into this chain. I can just burst and get out of that. So it's basically a very, very good defensive option. But you only get once in a while. You only get like one, maybe two a round if it's going really fast. And burst, unlike tension, carries over between rounds. So like you can save burst from one round to another. But if you use your burst at the end of one round and then it goes into the next round, you're not gonna have a lot of burst. And the beginning of the round's gonna suck. I believe that is it for this video. If you have any questions, ask me. Gamer, I'm putting this in general. If you have any questions, ask me. Virtual, Skep, same thing for you guys. And anyone else watching this, I'm putting this on YouTube. There is a comment section. I do have to go to school because unfortunately the education system is a thing and it is a law. But if you have any questions, comment section. I implore you. Go ahead, drop something there. I'll see if I can answer it either in a different video or just typing, you know, maybe just a quick reply. And yeah, that's basically it. Yes!